I knew Croydon in the early 70s. George Fairley interviewed me. He was running the foundation course there, which offered a 2-year course. I was offered a 1-year course, doubtless due to my academic qualifications. I was wearing, I believe, a lilac half-sleeved, flared-sleeved cardigan with buttons and pockets, though possibly I was going through my pre-Raphaelite phase. Soon afterwards, I was to cut my own hair in my Barnes Southwest 13 hallway mirror, taking Rod Stewart as my Maggie May influence. Yes! My tutors were Peter Makatich, Dennis Mazzy, who photographed me semi-nude, definitely in flesh-coloured undies. His wife, who would now be his partner, wonderful soft ginger hair, would have been present, yes she was, preparing supper. I stayed the night. He was photographing me for a calendar, and best of all, there was Bruce McLean. In the college, on the foundation course, there was a bain-marie double boiler simmering what must have been hooves for our bookbinding glue, looked over by 2 blokes in brown workers' coats. There was paper marbling, there was photography, there was taking a piece of string for a walk, there was piling chairs into some mountain formation to draw the spaces in between. And best of all was Tuesdays and Brucey Boy, Bruce McLean, Nice Style, the world's first pose band, when I did what I wanted, sometimes putting paint on my face to investigate appearance, what you'd now call identity, image, gender, attitude, impression, etc., and sometimes walking in the altered face and selected wardrobe to the market in Surrey Street. It's still just about there, where my favourite citrus selling stall would recognise me by my footwear. I met Helen Chadwick there on probably her BA, and I went to know her much better in Chelsea, where she was doing her MA, and then on to Beck Road, and then into Acme Gallery and Tube Train of Thought, where I did a performance in her piece. I met Steph, who took me to Covent Garden when Covent Garden was still Covent Garden before it moved to 9 Elms, i.e. fruit and veg. I could almost picture Pygmalion there. Steph drew eyes on my closed eyelids and had to guide me along the college corridors. I searched for her in the banlieue de Paris on my biking trip down south. Was it 350 cc's? But to no avail, sadly. She had the most wonderful voice. I think she was a bit weeded up. I met Des with his blobby lips and druggy Dulwich background. Dear Des with his amandoul and rings on his fingers. Now there's a tram and a heck of a lot of empty and run-down property and wonderfully friendly youth loitering in their college lunch hour, offering assistance with my recce if required.